y'all. It's Psychic K. So let's talk about the city of New Orleans for a second. Don't get me wrong, I love New Orleans. I'm from Texas. That's our cousin. We y'all cousin. Like, y'all know how it go. If you from New Orleans and you got Houston family in Texas, you already know how I'm talking about is the spirit of New Orleans, like the soul of New Orleans. Like every city, state, wherever you go, it has a certain spirit, it has a certain vibration, and it has a certain frequency. The frequency of that city is enslaved. And of course, we're in a matrix program, but that particular city, the best way I could call that is hell. New Orleans is the closest thing on earth that I could feel would be a physical representation of the biblical hell. So when I went out there this time, I've done the New Orleans party in Bourbon Street, French Quarter, da-da-da-da-da. I've done that. I've done that many times. So dead over it. Don't care to do it. Mardi Gras, I've done it. Been there, done that. In my current conscious state, conscious awareness, and spiritual ranking, I was summoned for a reason. And it was to work with the spirits and to release some spirits and to adopt some. Because sometimes you got to go out to increase your army. There is some kind of trap in New Orleans. It traps souls. Many of the spirits that have died in New Orleans are still in New Orleans. They can't leave. They can't get free. They can't move. They're very present there. That's why the spirit is so strong there, because the spirit of those people who have passed, and I'm talking about 1400, 1500, 1600, all those spirits are still trapped there. They're old spirits, old deities, and they're still stuck. They can't get out. They have learned. Those spirits are probably the strongest ones that I've ever physically felt. Now, they were very pleasant to me because they summoned me there for a specific reason. And I feel like that reason is to warn some of y'all. I'm actually kind of nervous to give out this message because I know how people are about their city states and their hometowns. Like, I know that we have a special bond. But the message that I'm getting, if you are in New Orleans, I feel like you need to get out. You need to make plans, if you can, the best way you can, to move somewhere else. And it doesn't have to be out of Louisiana, like Baton Rouge, like somewhere, but don't get stuck in New Orleans. And let me just be very blunt. You don't want to die in New Orleans because souls are trapped there. They cannot get out. And I'm not going there every year for my birthday to come release souls. I'm just not going to do it. So make plans. If you've been feeling the urge, if you are a New Orleans native, you've been feeling the urge to move, get your shit and pack up, do it. It's not going to be hard for you. Okay, because spirit is going to make a way and they're going to make it possible. But what you cannot have is fear. But it is something over that city that keeps you trapped there, especially the souls. So this is not fear mongering. This is a warning. If you've already had this inclination to move away from New Orleans, yes, do that. Okay. And for those of you who plan to go visit New Orleans, I have a few tips for you. I can't speak for all of the voodoo shops on Bourbon Street, but I would strongly advise to find maybe real Creole or African American practitioners and shops. From my experience on Bourbon Street, they be putting spells on people. They be putting spells on their objects. They put spells on people. Okay? So, and don't go around playing with their spirits. Like, don't go in their cemeteries messing around, because you will, get quick, immediate, instant, whatever they want to do to you. And they got all the time in the world to play. All the time in the world to play and possess. The soul of the city is screaming from the inside out. Even the birds were asking for help. The trees were calling for help. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. I love New Orleans. I love y'all. I love the culture. I love it all. I have blood there. I'm not too far away. We can, but I'm just saying, from a spiritual perspective, and if this is resonating, just consider it. Okay.